Hey, Dr. Salita and classmate. So this is the third part of our presentation in which I'm going to discuss case studies on successful obesity interventions. There are several elements in order to be successful in obesity interventions. Number one is proper nutrition. Number two is physical activity. And number three is behavior modification. An example of a program is the New York City's Healthy Bodega Initiative, in which they encourage local stores to stock affordable healthy foods, leading to improved food choices. Their goal is to improve access to healthy, affordable foods in underserved neighborhoods through local stores known as bodega. The challenge is many urban neighbors in New York City, particularly the low-income areas, lack access to fresh, healthy food. Thus, the bodega, small family-owned convenience stores, often stock processed foods, sugary snacks, and beverage, contributing to unhealthy habits. Intervention. The Healthy Bodega aimed to encourage bodega owners to stock healthier options, such as fresh fruits and vegetables, low dairy products, whole grains, and lean protein. The initiative worked with store owners to revamp their inventory and provide initiatives or incentives. Example, financial support, product discount for selling healthier foods. Additionally, nutrition education and marketing strategies were implemented to increase consumer demand. The success factors is the community buy-in. The intervention worked by engaging local business owners who were in the central neighbors' food culture. So owners were incentivized in participating in improving their product offerings while also benefit from the increased customer traffic. Increased access by healthy food more accessible in bodegas to program target areas known as food deserts, where access to the fresh produce was limited. There is a behavioral change through market campaigns, educational outreach. The program helped residents to become more aware of healthy foods choices, leading to positive change in dietary habits. A study shows that the neighborhood participating in the initiative experienced increase in healthy food sales, as well as improved consumer knowledge of nutrition, food options. Research also indicated improvements of dietary behaviors, such as reduction in the purchase of sugary drinks and an increase in purchase of fruits and vegetables. Another intervention is school-based health education in Japan, in which integrated physical activity and nutrition education in schools, reducing childhood obesity. The goal is to integrate physical activity and nutrition education into schools to reduce childhood obesity. The challenge is Japan, like many other developed nations, has faced rising obesity rates, particularly among children. Poor dietary habits, limited physical activity, and sedentary lifestyle were the contributing factors. For the intervention, Japan launched a national initiative that focused on comprehensive health education in schools, emphasizing the importance of balanced nutrition and regular physical activity. The intervention encouraged students to eat healthy meals and engage in a daily exercise. So schools' meals were designed to provide nutritious, balanced option while also teaching children about the benefits of healthy eating. Physical education was integrated in the curriculum, which students participate in a structured exercise program such as daily morning exercise, which is like, for example, the Japanese tradition, sports event, and after-school clubs. The success factor, curriculum integration, health education was woven in the national school curriculum, ensuring the children receive consistent and comprehensive messages about nutrition, exercise. The parental involvement. The initiative also encouraged parental involvement by promoting healthy eating at home and ensuring the parents supported physical activity practices. Nationwide commitment. There is a nationwide program ensuring that the children across all the regions of Japan had also healthy meals and physical activity. The outcomes, Japan saw a significant reduction in childhood obesity due to the combination of better nutrition and increased physical activity. The intervention created a cultural shift toward healthy living, with many children carrying the habits learned in school into adulthood, leading to long-term improvements in public health outcomes. Another program is a community gardens in Detroit address food desserts by providing fresh produce options and educating residents on healthy eating. The goal for this program is to address food desserts and promote healthy eating by establishing community gardens in unserved neighborhoods. The challenge is in Detroit, like many urban centers, had areas with limited access to healthy food options, particularly fresh produce. The prevalence of food desserts made it difficult for low-income families to make healthy food choices, contributing to high rates of obesity and related chronic diseases. For the intervention, community gardens were established in vacant lots and underutilized urban spaces to grow fresh produce like fruits and vegetables, which were then made available to local residents. The project included education program on gardening, nutrition, and healthy eating, empowering residents to take control of their sources. So the gardens also acted community hubs, fostering social connections and creating sense of community pride while providing economic opportunities like selling produce at local market. The success factors addressing food access by creating local sources of fresh produce, community gardens, directly address the issue of food deserts, providing residents with access to healthy and affordable produce. So education and empowerment, the project provided nutrition education to help residents and understand the importance of healthy eating and how to incorporate fresh produce into their diets. So community involvement, the initiative was successful because it was driven by local residents, fostering a sense of ownership and then commitment on the project. So the garden became a place of residents to gather, exchange knowledge, and collaborate on health initiatives. What is the outcome of this program? The traits community garden led to increased availability of fresh fruits and vegetables, which was directly linked to a healthier eating patterns in the neighborhood. So the garden also had a positive economic impact, providing residents with a job opportunities and a potential income for selling produce. Studies supported a decrease on obesity rates in the areas with community gardens as residents gained better access to nutritious foods and were empowered to make healthier food choices. Okay, what are the key takeaways and success factors? Each interventions become successful because they tackle different aspects of obesity problem, such as food access, education, and community involvement. They incorporated sustainability and long-term engagement in their design. So some common elements that contributed to their success include community engagement, because all of these three programs actively involved in the community in decision making and implementations, which led to higher participation rates and sense of ownership. Second is the addressing environmental factors. These initiatives work to change the local environment, whether by providing access to healthy food, promoting physical activity, or creating community spaces that foster healthy habits. Third is the education and empowerment, providing residents with the knowledge and tools they need to make healthier choices was a critical component of their interventions. These include nutrition education and skills development in areas like gardening or cooking. And then the last one is the policy support and partnership. Success was also bolstered by the partnership with the local government, business, and schools, which provided sustainable resources and creative supportive environment of intervention. So these case studies demonstrate the successful obesity intervention required of a multi-phase approach that engage communities, provide access to healthier resources, and supports education and behavior change. By addressing both the individual behaviors and broader environment and policy factors, these programs have made significant strides in reducing obesity rates and improving public health. There are challenges and solutions in obesity problem solving. Okay, the challenges: funding limitations, which difficulty in securing ongoing funding, community engagement, overcoming sexism, and ensuring sustainable involvement. Policy and environmental barriers, changing zones, and incentivized supermarkets. What should be the adopted solutions? Creative funding models, partner with local businesses for supports or in-kind support. Building trust, use trusted community leaders to encourage participation. Policy advocacy, work with policy makers to support healthier community designs. Funding limitations, the difficulty of securing ongoing funding is often one of the most significant challenges in the public health intervention, particularly when it comes to the large-scale programs addressing complex issues like obesity. So securing long-term financial resources can be difficult, especially if initial funding is tied to a grant or short-term initiative that expire. So without sustainable funding, it can be challenging to maintain or scale interventions, impacting their effectiveness and long-term success. Example in obesity is a community-based fitness program for children might receive initial funding through grants but struggle to continue without consistent support. So lack of ongoing funding can cause programs to lose momentum, limiting their reach and effectiveness in addressing childhood obesity. Okay. Community engagement, overcoming sexism, and ensuring sustained involvement. So community engagement is essential for the success of obesity interventions. However, communities may be skeptical of public health programs due to relevance. So overcoming the sexism and ensuring a sustained involvement requires consistent and transparent communication as well as understanding of the unique needs and concerns of the community. So example in obesity, a program designed to increase physical activity in low-income neighborhood may face a resistance if the resident feel that the prevention health intervention did not consider the lifestyle needs. So, or if there is a perception that health professionals do not understand the challenges of their community. A policy and environmental barriers are major obstacles to obesity preventions and control. Zoning laws that restrict the establishment of supermarkets or healthy food stores in low-income areas, for example, can limit access to nutrition food. Additionally, existing policies and might not adequately access to initiatives like promotion of healthier food options or creating safe space for physical activity. For example, in obesity, In certain neighborhood, food deserts exist where residents have limited access to fresh produce. While fast food options are prevalent, in their environments, individuals may face challenges in maintaining a healthy diet, contributing to obesity rates. So policy changes are necessary to address the structural issues. For the adaptive solutions, creative funding models partner with the local business for sponsorship or in-kind support. One solution in funding limitation is exploring creative funding models. Public health programs can partner with local business to encourage sponsorship in-kind support. By involvement in the private sector, programs can access financial resources or donations of goods and services, such as healthy food events, gym space for fitness programs, or equipment donations. So another example is a local grocery stores could sponsor a nutrition education program by donating healthy food items for cooking demonstration or workshop. Alternatively, fitness centers could offer discounted membership for residents in underserved neighborhoods. A part of a broader health initiative can be part of the solution to health challenges. The model can be especially beneficial in areas where traditional government funding or grants are limited. Building trust in the community or the leaders encourage participation. So building trust with communities is essential for engaging in program sustainability. So trusted community leaders such as local influencers, faith leaders, or respected figures in community can be key to encouraging participation and overcoming skepticism. These leaders are often seen as credible sources of information can help bridge gap between public health agencies and community. Example in obesity. So in a neighborhood where there is a resistance of public health about importance of obesity, of importance of avoiding obesity, okay, and thus giving importance of healthy eating and physical activity, they can host informational sessions, provide endorsement for health programs, and encourage participation in activities like community fitness classes. Trusted figures can also help tailor the message to ensure it aligns the cultural values and address specific concerns with the community. This personalized approach helps foster a sense of ownership over the intervention and increase the likelihood and sustained participation. So advocacy, work with the local policymakers to support healthier community. In this way, addressing the policy and environmental barriers requires policy advocacy. Public health professionals can work with local policymakers, advocate for changes that promote healthier community designs. With such changing the zoning laws and to allow supermarket or farmers in underserved neighborhoods, thus improving access to fresh produce. They can also create public spaces for physical activities such as parks or walking trails, or it can make easier for people engaged in exercise. They can also introduce healthier food policy in school or workplace, such as reducing the availability of sugary products and promoting nutrition snacks. So example, in obesity, is in the neighborhood with a limited access to healthy food. So public health advocates should work with the city officials to amend zoning laws to allow grocery and grocery stores or community gardens to thrive by addressing the root causes to have a significant impact of communities' ability to make healthier food choices. Additionally, advocating for walkable neighborhoods by encouraging local governments to build improved sidewalks, crosswalks, and bike lanes can make it safer and healthier for residents to walk or bike for exercise, which is a key factor in obesity prevention. Okay, these solutions matter. Okay? So, creative funding models can ensure creating funding barriers ensure the program does not come into halt due to lack of government grant support. They approach who diversifies funding source, reducing the reliance on any single entity. When local business and other stakeholders invest in the program, they often have a vested interest in the success of the initiative, making them more likely to contribute in long term. For the sustainable engagement, building trust to community leaders to engage the target population more effectively when community members felt the program has been involved over the long term. The kind of community buy-in is essential for the access of any public health initiative, especially in the face of skepticism or previous negative experience with public health program. Policy advocacy addresses structural barriers that perpetuate unhealthy environments such as food deserts or lack of physical activity spaces. By healthy behaviors, the program can have a broader and sustained impact. These policies have the potential to reach entire population and create a healthier building environment, thus reducing the prevalence of obesity in a community or even a regional level. So in conclusion, these challenges of funding limitation, community engagement, and policy barriers are significant when tackling obesity prevention. However, adaptive solutions like creative funding models, community trust building, and policy advocacy offer variable strategies to address these obstacles. So by acquiring the diverse funding resources, gaining community support through the trusted leaders, and advocating the policy changes that support healthier environment in the public health, professionals can create more sustainable and effective intervention to tackle obesity. Ultimately, this solution help ensure the obesity prevention efforts are not just one-time programs, but rather long-lasting and scalable strategies that improve public health over time. For emerging trends and innovations in public health solving, there are technological interventions, apps that track diet and exercise, and AI for personalized health plans, behavioral economics using nudges like healthy food discounts or initiative for exercises, telemedicines and digital health, providing nutritional counseling and weight management support virtually. Example is a mobile health app offering customized exercise routines, diet tracking, and then community support. There are technological interventions app like for the track of diet, AI for personalized health plans. These are becoming available and in technology. So behavioral economics using nudges like healthy food discounts or initiative for exercise, telemedicine, and digital health, providing nutritional counseling and weight management. The examples are mobile health app. For mobile health app, health-related apps have become one of the most popular ways to assist individuals in managing their health. These apps are designed to track diet, exercise, and overall wellness. They can also provide the users a valuable insight in their behaviors and then habits. Example, a mobile health app that allows users to their daily food intake track, so a physical activity as well, and then they set for their weight loss of fitness improvements. So the app could also integrate calorie tracking, nutrition analysis, and reminders for the exercise, which helps users by consistent achieving their health objectives. So this app can serve as personalized tool for behavior change by giving users the real-time data in their programs and providing motivation and making adjustment to their plan based on individual needs and goals. How about for the AI personalized plan? Okay, they can be used also to create personalized health plan by analyzing the data such as the weight, the exercise habit, the dietary preferences, and the health history. This also provide a daily recommendation for the diet, exercise, and routine. So AI-powered system can analyze large sets of data from various users, identify patterns to offer recommendations that are more likely to succeed for specific individuals. So the data-driven insight can lead to more effective personalized intervention for managing preventing obesity. Example, an AI-driven health platform that collects data from wearable devices such as smartwatches or fitness trackers to create tailored fitness program but adjust based on the user's progress. So fitness level and their preferences. This could also be a real-time adjustment to user's diet plan or exercise regimen to optimize result. Okay, for behavioral economics, using nudges like healthy food discussion or incentives for exercise. In the application of psychology and economics to understand human decision-making, particularly in health-related behaviors. In the context of obesity prevention and management, nudges and incentives can be used to encourage healthier choices without requiring significant behavior changes or forceful intervention. So healthy food discounts and initiatives. One innovative approach is economic incentives or discounts to encourage healthier choices. For example, providing discounts on fresh fruits and vegetables or offering subsidized membership for gyms or fitness classes can act as nudge to steer individuals towards healthier habits. Another example is in a supermarket chain might offer discount on healthy food items like fruits and vegetables or whole grains when purchased together, encouraging customers to make healthier choices rather than opting processed or junk food. This approach works by making healthy options more affordable and accessible, particularly in low economic communities where financial constraints often influence food choices. Okay. Next is another example is incentive for exercise. So intensification of physical activity is another key by component of behavioral economics. This can include offering rewards or benefits for engaging in a exercise such as fitness related app or activity chain challenges that provide users with points, discounts, or prices for reaching exercise goal. Example, a mobile app or wearable device that tracks physical activity could reward users with discounts on healthy food. Or fitness apparel or membership for fitness centers. Alternatively, workplace wellness program could offer employees rewards such as gift cards or extra vacation time for meeting exercise goal. The types of incentive leverage the power of rewards to increase motivation for healthy behaviors, making exercise and healthy eating more engaging and rewarding. How about for telemedicine and digital health? That providing nutritional counseling and weight management. A telemedicine or digital health solution have revolutionized access to healthcare and support services. With the virtual consultation and online program, individuals can receive personalized advice and guidance without the need for in-person visit, making obesity prevention of management more accessible and convenient. So telemedicine for nutrition counseling, telehealth platforms enable people to consult nutritionists, dietitians, or health coaches remotely whenever through video calls, messaging, or phone consultations. So providing patients with the opportunity to receive personalized nutrition counseling tailored to their specific needs such as weight loss, managing chronic condition, improving dietary habit. Example, a patient can meet virtually with a nutritionist who provides them with a customized eating plan based on their health goals. The counselor can monitor their progress, adjustment, and the plan and provide ongoing support and virtual check-ins, ensuring the patient stays on track. There are also virtual weight management program, a digital health platforms that increase offering weight management program that include both dietary guidance and the physical activity recommendations. These programs are delivered through apps, websites, or telehealth services offering flexibility and personalized support to users. Example of this is a weight management program delivered via mobile app might include personalized exercise plan, dietary tracking, and virtual group support. So participants can interact with each other, share progress, and receive encouragement from coaches or facilitators, creating a community motivation and accountability. So this digital program allow users to engage self-paced learning and behavior change, making it easier for people to manage their health for their comfort of their own homes. Example of mobile health app offering customized exercise routine diets, tracking, and community. So an excellent of this trend, a mobile health app combines several this motivation to create a comprehensive and personalized weight management program. They customize exercise routine and then use algorithms. You could also have the diet tracking in which the users could log their input of their meals. And then as well as community support in which a social platforms where users can interact with others, share their progress, and provide encouragement. And then incentive. Users could receive reward or a discount for meeting exercise or dietary milestones toward motivating them to stick with the plan. So why innovation matters? Because it can increase access and convenience and technological innovations, personalization of better outcomes, as well as scalability of the reach, sustained behavior change. Okay? In conclusion, emerging trends in innovation in public health problem solving are transforming the way we address health issues like obesity. By leveraging technology, behavioral economics, and telemedicine, public health programs are personalized, accessible, and scalable solutions that provide lasting change. Mobile apps, AI, virtual counseling, and financial incentive create new opportunities to support individuals in managing their health, while also making interventions more engaging and effective. The motivation hold the potential to make significant stride in obesity prevention and management and improving public health on a large scale. Okay, again, in order to be successful in fighting obesity, proper diet, proper nutrition, physical activity, and behavioral modifications.